Yes. So today we are going to learn about the drop down. Okay. So how we are going to select the values from the drop down, how we are going to click on the drop down. So there are two options basically for selecting any drop down. So suppose this is the drop down which we are going to work on. Okay. So there is one method, just like if this code for the drop down is written by the select class. Okay. So how we can identify it? We are just identifying by right clicking on the drop down, okay, and inspect it. So if here the tag name is select, okay, if you found the tag name is select, means the code is written by using the select class. Okay. So we can directly use the select class method from the selenium, okay, for the same. So and if the code is not written by using select class, so what we will do, we will inspect the select element, we will do the click operation on that. Again we will inspect this option, we'll write the XPath for that, and we'll do the click operation. Means for the selection of this we are doing two click operation. Okay. So this is the one method if the code is not written by using the select class. Okay. And if it is written by using the select class, so we can use directly the select class which is inside the selenium. And from that class we can use the different methods, just like by value. Okay. So suppose for here the value is 1. Okay, value is 1 for the option 1 and the value is 2 for the option 2. So by value we can also select the particular drop down value. And by visible text, that means option 1 is the visible text, option 2 is the visible text. And by using the indexing, means option was 1 is having the first index. Okay. Here it is the please select an option is the zeroth index, option 1 is the first index, and the option 2 is the second index. So by using an indexing also we can select the drop downs. Okay. So we will just learn about the by using an select class. So what I will do, I will just create one class. Okay. So we can write here select values from drop down. Okay, dd I'm saying. So this is the class I have created. Now what we will do, we have to just launch the browser. So this is the URL which we are going to work on for the drop down. Okay. So I'm just I will copy the code for launching a browser. Okay. So this is the code for launching a browser which we know that. Okay. Firstly we have to create the method. So public void, and we can say uh, drop down underscore test. This is the name I'm giving for this method. Okay. And before this we will consider the red test. We will import this, and we will write a code for the launching the browser. Yes, we will add the thread dot slip, the declare throws declaration. Yes. So we will check that is this URL is launching or not. Okay. So we'll just run it, and then we will write the code for the selecting and value from the drop down. Yes, it's launching. Yes, URL is getting passed. Yes, it is launching, no problem. Okay. So now we can write the code, actual code for that. Now yes. So firstly what we have to do, okay, we have to just write a XPath for the drop down value. Okay. So this is the drop down element. Okay. So we have to inspect it. Okay. And we have to write a XPath, or by ID we can also get it. Okay. So here the ID is there, drop down is the ID. Okay. So we can find it by ID. So simply it is driver dot find element by dot ID. Okay. And here we will pass an ID. So for a particular operation, we are going to save this element in ELE, suppose. Okay, element, and we have to write a local variable just like a web element. Okay. Yes. So what we did, we have just inspected one element. This means drop down element. Okay. Now we have to do the operation on that. So how we are going to do, by using a select class. So simply by using and select class. So we will declare it first. So select. Okay. Select. We will consider here one variable. Select, then new. Select. That means we are just initializing the class. So here we initialize the reference variable select SEL. Okay. We have to import this. Import it from. support UI, selenium dot support dot UI. Okay. Yes. Now here we are getting the error because inside the select class, we have to pass the element on which element we have to do the operation of the drop down. Okay. So here is the element which we are just saving as a reference variable. Okay. We can directly write this also inside this. Okay. But we have created the element. Okay. Is the reference variable. It is the right way of writing code. Yes. So we have created the select class, and now by using this reference variable, we are going to do our operations. Okay. So suppose it is a cl dot select. Now you can see here there are three options, just like select by index, select by value, and select by visible text. So firstly, we will look it for the select by index. Okay. And here we will pass the index as one. So option one should get selected. Okay. And we will execute it. We'll check that is it working or not. Yes, first option gets selected. Okay. So likewise we are going to select it by using an index. Okay. Now we'll just select it by using visible text. Okay. Select by suppose value. Okay. So now we have to pass the value. So just see here how we are finding the values. So value suppose we are passing 2. Okay. So if you are passing a value as 2, then option 2 should get selected. Okay. So now we'll pass the value as a 2. So it should be as a string we have to pass. Yes. Just closing this. Now the option 2 should get selected. Run as test engine test. Yes. Option 2 is got selected, and our test case is also passed. Okay. So now the last option is select dot select by visible text. Okay. And here we'll pass the visible text. That means the actual value which is present inside this drop down, just like option 1 and the option 2 is actual visible text. Okay. So that visible text we have to pass here. So I'm just passing it as option 1. Okay. Or we can copy from there also. Okay. The better way to copy. Okay. Because so how we can copy, just a minute. So we can there is we are unable to copy from here. So we'll select it, we will inspect it. Okay. And yes, here text we are getting. Okay. So this text also we can copy, so we can paste it here, the text. Okay. Likewise we can do. So we will execute it. So the option 1 should get selected. Run as test engine test. Yes, option 1 is get selected. Okay. So this is about by using a select class. So many of the time what happens when we are actually writing a code, so select class is not present. Okay. So what we are going to do in that case, so we will click here. Okay. That means we are clicking on the drop down value, and we will just going to select the particular value on which we have to select. So to XPath, or we have to inspect two elements, and we have to do the click operation only. Okay. Likewise also we can do. So we will write in that way now. So I'm just refreshing it. Yes. So for inspecting this element, we have written the XPath. Okay. And we have written the element also for the first element, this one. Okay. So what we will do, we will do the click operation on that. Okay. So suppose we can say by using an uh, click function. So here we will do element dot click operation. So first object. So from on this drop down, we are doing the click operation. Now what we have to do, we have to click and we have to inspect this element, right? We will inspect this. So better way to inspect by using the text. Okay. So we will write the expert for that. So the tag name is option. Okay. and here we will write the expert by using a text is equal to yes. So it is one of one. Yes, it is one of one. So we'll just copy this XPath and we will inspect it. Okay. So how we'll do driver dot find element by dot XPath, and here we'll pass our XPath and we will do the click operation. So many of the time when we are clicking on the drop down and again we are clicking on a particular value, we are getting some error as we are not able to locate the element. We'll run this. Is that error is coming or not? If it comes, what we will do, I will tell you. Okay, so we are just clicking twice and we are going to select the element. Okay, so it should be click on the drop down. Yes, it's clicked and it should select the option one. Yes, it failed. Right. Oh, it passed. Actually, option yes, option one selected. Yes, right. Option one is getting selected. There was some delay in that, but it executed correctly. Okay. So firstly, what happened? It clicked on the element and then it clicked on the option. So many of the time, what happened after clicking here, it takes time to select the option. Okay. So basically, what happens after clicking on the drop down? Okay. So uh, it suddenly check for the option, but all the drop downs are not getting displayed. Okay, so these options are not able to inspect properly. Okay, so what we can do in that case, we can add some thread dot slip. Okay, thread dot slip, or we can add implicit wait also till the element get located. Okay, so thread dot sleep is not a proper practice. So what I have did here, I have used the implicit wait. So this implicit wait also we can use. Okay, so these are the WebDriver utilities. um, I will going to teach that also, implicit wait, explicit wait, what it is basically. But let it be now. So what we are going to do, we are going to add some slip in between two click operations. Okay, so it will run properly. So this is all about the select class, how we are going to select the values from the drop down, and by the click function also we can do the same.